Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having good luck with your gardening and all of your projects. And without further ado, let's get to today's project that I just wrapped up. Sorry if I got gook all over my face. I'm a dirty mess. Been cutting and welding steel all day doing this, finishing up the man door. So this took me a total of about 2 days of working. The hardest part was getting the hole square because the frame itself wasn't exactly square to begin with. So if I do this again, I'm going to put the man door on the ground and then put the box tubing around it and then tack weld it and then take the door out and then finish welding it, because the bottom was off by quite a bit once I started to place the frame in the hole that I cut. It didn't quite fit right when I put the door in. And something else to keep in mind, when you cut one of these old shipping containers, they are dented and wavy and bent. And when you cut that out, there's a lot of tension on it, so be careful. I left a couple of tabs on the top because I've got a little bit of experience cutting holes in shipping containers. But once you get to a certain point, you start to get, your angle grinder will get pinched in there. So just keep that in mind. And make sure to leave 2 tabs at the top, because once you get this thing cut out all the way around, it will fall on you. And that thing weighs probably close to 80 pounds probably. It's very heavy. So without further ado, we got a man door, and it is attached, and it does work. I put the hardware in the door. It does open and close perfectly. Look at that. Fantastic. And it opens in, and that was the whole point of it. We're gonna have to put something behind it so that it doesn't bang into the shipping container door and damage it, but that's okay. It does swing open, and it works great. We got self-tapping wood to metal screws all the way around the frame, securing it to the 2-inch box tube that is welded to the shipping container. Now, I didn't weld it all the way. I just tacked it in spots every 8 inches or so. Hard part was the top, because it was wavy because of the shipping container. Once you cut it out, it's like it will not be true and straight anymore. So there's a lot of fendangling. You got to do a lot of clamping and tacking, and there might have been some adult words used, but we got it in there. And if you're wondering why it sticks out so much, that was by design, because we're going to frame this whole wall in, and this will be framed in and insulated, so it will sit fairly flush with the wall when it's done. It won't be sticking out. And then I put some wood shims underneath the threshold so that this portion right here does not break and bend downward. Once the house is framed in, that will be fixed. We'll figure that out. We're gonna put some 2x6 pressure treated underneath there and shim it out. And yeah, there we are. We got a man door. Oh, and also I used self-tapping wood to steel screws for the deadbolt as well, so you can't just kick the door in. I may do that down here as well for the doorknob itself to add some more strength to it. It came with these little protectors that would go inside the hole, but the people that manufactured the door, well, the holes are oval shaped, and that's round, so it doesn't work. I may take those off later and aug it out, just so I can have some added protection, although those won't do much. Everything seems to work good. We can close the door, we can open it. It is a little tight to close because of the seal on the bottom. You can see right there it's folded under. So that may have to be adjusted. The threshold itself is down as far as it'll go, so I don't know what I can do about that other than trim this, but I don't want to touch that right now. I think I'll just leave it the way it is so that dust doesn't get in. Once this room is enclosed and is turned into a bathroom, we may be able to trim that off and it won't be a no big deal, but I don't want to get a bunch of dust in there. But there you go, you guys. As the sun is setting, we're just about to run out of daylight, so it turned out just fine. I got a big huge mess out here that I'll need to clean up in the morning, and then we'll run some sealant around the inside and the outside around here. And then we got the old holes from, I had some 2x4s hanging up on the wall on the inside, and we had some garden tools hanging up there, so I'll have to fill those in too. I may just tack them with the welder instead of using some silicone. It'll make them much more permanent, then you can't just pick them out. But there you go, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, pop those down below. Give us a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And as always, keep building and try to be good to each other. Some of us aren't here for very long, and a little bit of kindness will go a long way. So God bless you all, and peace. Oh, side note, here's all the cutoff wheels and flat discs that I used. I think I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cutoff wheels and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flap discs. Nope, 7, 8 flap discs. That was for correction. Ha!